Woo, yeah, we're moving forward. All right, let's get going. Let's get started. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, I am Dr. Roz. I am here to share some powerful information with you that is very time sensitive, that's getting ready to happen in many of our lives. It can happen in your life. And if you're here, I'm grateful for your presence. Whoever invited you to be here. Hey, Jen, how you doing? Listen, I'm telling you, some things are getting ready to happen right now, and you can get a piece and be a part of what's taking place right now. So just got to do this real quick. All right. All right. So just want to, again, excited for your presence being here, and check this out.
While so many industries struggled during the pandemic, the CBD industry grew over 30%. Welcome to Wakana. We offer natural and organically grown CBD products backed by our 30-day bottom-of-the-bottle guarantee. Our proprietary blends contain more than 15 essential oils like black seed and turmeric, which help in creating the ultimate entourage effect. We provide a certificate of analysis on all of our CBD-infused products. These tests are conducted by one of the top ISO labs in Florida to ensure quality and potency inside of every batch. We are one of the few companies in the world who conduct full panel testing to confirm our ingestible products are free of pesticides, mold, and other dangerous compounds. The foundation of Wakana is based on 4 pillars, including health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. According to the current CBD market, there is a tremendous opportunity for you to launch your own dispensary with Wakana. You can retail products online, earning from 20 to 50% of the commissionable volume. By launching an online dispensary, you can win the loyalty of your customers by offering the hottest products like edibles, flower, hair care, tinctures, and topicals. Wakana isn't just a company, we are a movement. During the pandemic, we grew over 100% and expanded our headquarters from 1,000 to over 5,500 square feet. We have over 10,000 customers and a 5-star online rating from our satisfied customers and distributors. So what are you waiting for? Start partnering with one of the fastest growing and most reputable CBD companies in the world. Wakana, the crown jewel of CBD.
Absolutely amazing. That's who we are. I want you to know I'm getting ready to share some information with you that's going to position you to set up some things for the rest of your life. But I wanted you to know who you're getting ready to do it with and what we're all about. We're a movement. And if you're like me, the very first time you heard that word cannabis, it set up some alarms, some red flags, but it's a negative stigma. And that's what our motive is. That's what our passion is, to help end that negative stigma, because it's causing us to miss out. We're suffering. Our communities are suffering, and we're losing out on the health and wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. So this movement is to help you get into this legal space as an entrepreneur, formulator, investor. Right now, today, I'm really going to focus on the fact of you being involved as an entrepreneur. These 4 dynamic ladies are the ladies behind everything that we're doing and everything you're about to hear. Dr. Rita J. McGuire, she's our Chief Medical Officer. We call them our C-suite, CMO, CFO, CEO, and CSO. They're the 4 co-founders. This is the first CBD female-owned, African-American-owned company in the Midwest. I'll go a step further and probably say maybe in the whole country, you probably won't find 4 African-American women in the head at the leadership. So Dr. Rita McGuire, she's an obstetrician gynecologist, over 30 plus years, delivered over 8,000 babies. She's an expert in the field of cannabis, so much so that guess what? She was asked by the governor of the state of Illinois to testify in front of the Judiciary Committee when they were talking about the legalization and taxation of the whole plant. And of course, they passed those laws in Illinois. That's happening all over the country, by the way. And she was instrumental in helping to make that happen. Dr. Patricia Van Pelt, that second lady right there, she's our interim CFO and the president of the company. That's my mentor right there. And this lady, she's an entrepreneur, she's a philanthropist, she's an evangelist and a state senator. And that's right. She's making some things happen. Some of us call her mindset guru. The third lady, Melissa Boston, that's the brains behind it all. She's our CEO. She's the visionary. She was given that word Wakanda in her spirit. No, not Wakanda, like you know about Black Panther, but Wakanda. And not realizing she was going to start a company at the time, because she was already the CEO of a company she had taken, a cannabis company that she had taken from $8,000 to $250,000 in just a short period of time. But this lady retired at the early age of 33 and a half years old, and has built teams in over 46 countries. She's a social media strategist. And yes, she's the CEO. And then Phyllis Nash, oh my God. She's an entrepreneur of entrepreneurs, only had 2 jobs in her lifetime, and she's put companies on the map, restaurants on the map, a real estate developer, built a 7-figure income. But here's what's most important. Not only has she built one for herself, but she's helped others. And that's why we call her our midwife of Wakanda. Now, you see that number? That's amazing. But guess what? That's been done by this company, Wakanda, $5.5 million in less than 3 years. Wouldn't you want to be a part of that? Wouldn't you want to get a piece of that? That's what I'm about to talk about. Because what we're talking about is something that's already legal. So don't even start tripping. Don't even think it's not legal, because it started off in 2014 with President Obama, who helped to generate and protect the research with a farm bill. And then in 2018, another farm bill was passed, making hemp legal in all 50 states. This revenue is booming. Yes, they're projecting by 2024 that it's going to be $20 billion. Now, I'm just asking, how much of that are you going to get? I'm just asking, how many times are you going to let another opportunity, another industry? If you're like me, I've missed the Google, I'll tell you in a minute how many things I missed. But here's what Wakanda has done. Strategically, we have positioned ourselves in other industries with products because they're already billion and trillion dollar industries. Doesn't that make sense? Because we're not talking about marijuana, okay? Hurry up and realize this is not what we're talking about. We're on the hemp side of the plant, because that plant has 2 species. Marijuana, hemp. The hemp is low in THC, but very high in CBD. And so everything you're talking about, everything you're going to see is relating to that. But let me just share just this little piece so that you can understand there's a science behind this company and the products that we have.
Hello, my name is Dr. David Allen. I'm a retired cardiac surgeon and a member of the International Cannabinoid Research Society, ICRS. That means I'm a cannabinoid research scientist. And I'm here to tell you about the discovery of the endocannabinoid system, the ECS, and the significance and how it will change medicine. And we discovered the endocannabinoid system about 30 years ago, and we really didn't understand the significance of its discovery. And so we found out that this is a chemical communication that your body has. It's not electrical, it's chemical, and it's kind of like the hormone systems that people are familiar with. And your body makes these cannabinoids. They're endogenous, so they're endocannabinoids, and they perform some miraculous functions in the body. And we're just learning the significance of these functions. And basically, the endocannabinoid system is responsible for homeostasis. Most people don't understand what that really means, but it's the body's ability to maintain itself and function in the proper environment. And so it's critically important that that doctors in the future understand this control mechanism. And we're finding out that that manipulation of this endocannabinoid system will control diabetes. It controls cancer. Controls whether you can survive a heart attack or stroke. And so this is critically important for doctors to understand this new science. And the discovery of the endocannabinoid system is the single most important medical scientific discovery ever, and will save more lives than the discovery and application of sterile surgical technique. And I'm a heart surgeon saying that. So more people will be saved by manipulation of the endocannabinoid system than are currently saved by surgery.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely. Every time I hear him say that, it just makes chills run through my body, because people's lives are being changed through CBD. How many of you know people that are dealing with pain or anxiety, inflammation? How many people, I mean, especially during this time of COVID, right? How many people do you know that are wrestling and living with certain disorders like anxiety and epilepsy, and they're finding no results? Let me tell you something. There's 20,000 peer reviews that are already available for anybody that does the research to show that CBD can assist them in all of these different things that they're going through and help people get their life back. We've got a serious product line. We've got a product line that goes, it's so vast, it goes from the coffees for things to help in the bedroom, to gummies that you can take for anxiety, and gummies that you can take to help you sleep, and gummies that you can take to raise up your libido. We've got pain creams, oh my God, that help with all kinds of different pains that people are just living with and existing with. Essential oils, we've got food, things that you can use in your seasoning. We've got water soluble that you can put in your drinks. We've got power, and we've got pure, we've got sanitizer, we've got smokable products. Oh my goodness, we've got oud body oil that I massage my husband's body with every single night. Hair products, a whole hair product line that cosmetologists are raving over. We've got flour. Listen, we've got products in all of these different industries that I just showed you about. And then we went a step further to make sure that we cover everybody. Even those of you that have random drug screens, we've got a pure line that has less than 0.0% of THC in it, so you can pass those drug tests. And if you're not doing the drug test, don't worry about it. Take the power line. It's got less than 0.3% or less of THC in it, but there is no high. Did you hear what I said? There is no high, whether it's power or pure. And the results are amazing. The testimonies are amazing. So we've got real results with real people. Now that I've said all that, I want you to know that we're doctor recommended. We've got a full medical advisory board that's being run by Dr. Rita, all kinds of doctors, from chiropractors to MDs to PhDs to, oh my goodness, to PharmDs to RNs and LVNs, who not only recommend our products, but they use our products themselves, for themselves, their clients, their patients, and their families. So the question I want to ask you is, if you've lived on this earth any length of time, you're probably like myself and you've missed some opportunities. I didn't know, I wasn't there behind the doors of Microsoft and Apple and Amazon. My God, had we been, we wouldn't be sitting here. I didn't know what a Google was or Instagram. I didn't get it. I even missed Uber. And I'm just now getting involved in the crypto world, but I missed it when Bitcoin was just under $1. So these are industries that have made an impact. But were you at the table? See, you're at the table right now. This CBD economy is just getting started, and you are here right now. If you're listening to me, if you're watching me, if you're catching the replay of this, whatever the case may be, you are here now. And I'm telling you, you need to make sure you get a piece of this. And that's what Wakana has done. We've opened up the door. There's a door, a window that just opens up every year about this time, where you can get a piece of the pie. Yes, you can become an owner in this space, this cannabis space, this CBD space, because people are struggling to get through the doors of the whole cannabis space in the states where it's completely legal on both sides of the plant. They're not letting us Black and brown folk get in there very easily. But how about you getting into this space of ownership, not just being a consumer only, but being an owner, and participate in a quarterly gross revenue? Absolutely an opportunity of a lifetime. So let me just tell you about it real quick and I'll be done, because this window of opportunity is here now. So if you're one of those persons who's just hearing this for the very first time, you're a brand new person to CBD, you're a brand new person to being exposed to Wakana, then this is for you. Or maybe you're one of those persons that maybe has been exposed to it, and maybe you started off with our free test drive, or you started off with one of our smaller packages called Stimulus and Millennial. And if you got that, you absolutely know what I'm talking about, or maybe even our personal dispensary. Well, you can become a founding member right now for just $1,599.95, 5 cents short of $1,600. And let me tell you something, this is so different. It's not like being an investor, because see, when you invest in something, you get a piece of paper. You get a piece of paper and lets you know that you are the investment of that. But here at Wakana, we're giving you a piece of the pie. You become an owner. And we're going to not only make you an owner where you can get 1 share, but you can get 2 in this particular year. And the second share would only cost you $799.95. Now, how cool is that? What stock portfolio have you ever heard of? And I'm not saying that this is a stock portfolio, but if you were doing that and you had to get 2 shares, how much would you have to pay for the second one? The full cost. See, that's what makes this so different, because there's 1% of the revenue of the company that's being set aside and shared amongst all of the founders that are a part of this. And you could be one of those. So didn't I say you're going to get some product? Look at this list. All of these products you're going to get ×2 when you become a founding member of Wakana. I mean, our flat belly coffee, our oud body oil, our new King T'Challa, it's a mushroom. Oh my goodness. And then we got a brand new product that you're going to get, and I'm going to show you that, but you're going to get sample packs to even sample to other people of our gummies and our extreme pain relief. I know you see the number quantity 1, but just multiply that ×2. Because you're getting all of this in our package that we're going to give to you as becoming a founding member of Wakana. And then this little thing right here is brand new, spank brand new. You'll be one of the first ones to get it, to start infusing every dish that you have in your home with 500 milligrams of CBD and less than 0.3% of THC. And you can put that in your oils, your sauces, your brownies, your salads. Doesn't take but a few drops, just 3 drops per serving. And let me tell you something, all of a sudden those healthy dishes not only become healthy, but they become nutritional, because it's organically grown cannabis sativa CBD oil and organic coconut MCT coconut oil. Now, we can even let you do this and join and become a founding member for 50% down. And then in November, you take care of the other 50%. See, we want you just to be a part. It's time for you to become an owner. Absolutely. Positively, and play the balance out by the end of the year. Guess what? You don't want to miss this, because see, when you purchase this pack, you're going to receive 2,000 points. Now, I know some of you may not understand what that is, but if you're a member of Wakana, you already know what that means. So let me kind of address that for those of you that understand what that is, and we'll make it plain to those of you that don't. But if you pay the 50% down, then you'll get half of those points now. And as soon as you do the other half, you get the other 1,000 points. That's important, because guess what? That positions you to be able to even receive more shares of that 1%. And I'll go into that a little bit later. Now, if you're watching this and you're already a distributor with Wakana, let me talk to you, because you are already a crown jewel distributor. So guess what? You can get shares, you can become a founding member, or you can get additional shares from previous years when we opened up this window of opportunity just for 5 cents under $800. Yeah, $799.95. Yeah. So you don't want to miss this. You don't want to let this opportunity pass you by, because it gives you what? Product. You get product yourself. That's why I love this, because I have invested in some stocks and they gave me a piece of paper. and I didn't even know what I was going to receive if the company didn't make a profit. Let me remind you what I said at the beginning. 1% of the revenue of the company is where these shares are set aside. This 1% is set aside from the revenue. That's before the bills get paid. That's before the profits are made. That's on whatever the company's made. And did you remember I showed you a slide that in less than 3 years, we've already done $5.5 million? Oh my goodness. And see, you can even do this by paying with a credit card. Now there's a 5% processing fee that kind of goes along with that, but you'll still receive those points. Or you can use, for those of you that are in Wakana and you have an e-wallet, you can use your e-wallet and just pay with the money that you've already made. I did that already. I did it so quick, fast, in a hurry. I love to not have to reach into my pocket because I've already made money here in the company. And those of you that are existing founding members, you can add to your shares. I joined and got founding member shares the first year it was opened up. I did it the second year it was opened up and I maxed out. But now the new max has increased to 4. So you know I did it again. So now I've got a total of 4. You can position yourself to get that total. You can only do 2 at a time in any given year. Now, there are some requirements for you to receive those shares. And I want to give you the flexibility of this requirement because all it requires is that you get 3 customers every month on your website, because guess what? You get a website yourself. You become a distributor, whether you want to, whether you want to build a business, whether you want to do any of that, it doesn't matter. You have that website available to you for people to shop at, just like you have an Amazon. And all it takes is 3 customers. Now, sometimes people say, well, oh, no, I don't know if I can get 3 customers. Really? 3 customers? You, yourself, and I, that's 3 customers. All you need to do is, and there's no quota of what volume or which product it has to be. You could be you, your mother, and your daddy, right? 3 email addresses. I'm just saying, it's not a difficult thing to have 3 customers every month so that you can qualify for the revenue shares. And even those 3 customers, they're waiving that 3 customers, for a certain period of time. And instead of needing 6 customers, which would make sense, because if you get 1 share, you need 3 customers, right? If you get 2 shares, wouldn't you think you need 6 customers? Nope, not so. It's so wonderful what our CEO has put together. All you need is 3 customers. I don't care if you have all 4 of your shares. You only need 3 customers. How amazing is that? And then if you need to mail it in so that you don't have to pay that little 5% processing fee, you can mail checks in, money orders, not checks, excuse me, money orders and cashier's checks. Those are the kind of checks, not your personal check. A cashier's check or a money order can be mailed in to avoid that 5% processing fee. And then when you really understand the scope of this whole picture, and we can dissect this and make sure you really get it, there's a way to get more shares without paying more money. Where does that happen? That happens nowhere in the investment world. But here at Wakana, that happens. For those of you that choose to build your business once you get in, because we have this thing, we have rankings in our company. And with our rankings come these titles like Pearl and Sapphire and Ruby. And when you hit these rankings, it increases your shares for that particular month. I mean, it's amazing. I remember looking at my shares in the past years, and every time I hit Pearl or Sapphire or Ruby or Emerald, my shares went up. I got 10 times the amount of the share for that particular month. Because of course, we're talking about numbers that fluctuate because it depends on how many people qualify. Remember, we're sharing the 1% that's being set aside. So you ask the question, well, what if I don't get my 3 customers for the month? Okay, I thought you'd never ask. See, you need 3 customers to receive the shares, right? But let's say you miss a month. Let's say you got busy. Let's say you forgot. Well, you got your 3 customers for January, February, but you forgot about March. Well, guess what? You'll get paid for January, February, and not for March. And you're still a founding member. And your name is going to be on the founding wall, the founder's wall. I loved going to Chicago, looking up there at the wall and seeing me and my husband's name up there on the wall. Absolutely amazing, because you have been here when things got started, we're still in the basement, not ground floor. We're still in the basement. This company's booming all over the country, and the revenue is constantly increasing. I'm saying it again, 1%. Over the past few years, it's averaged out around 8% per share. That's now. What do you think that's going to be in the years to come when we hit 50 million? What is that going to be when we hit 100 million? What is that going to be when we hit 1 billion? Because see, our goal is to become the most reputable CBD cannabis company in the world. And we haven't gone global yet. Let me pause because I really want you to intake that. So again, this is not an investment because investments are based on profit. If you qualify, like I said about the 3 sales on your website, you are guaranteed a payout based on the value of your share because it's based on the revenue of the company. And fortunately, we've been in profit every single month since the company started. So the beauty of this is whatever your investment is, whether it's the $15.99 or the $7.99, the company is going to give you some cash back of either $100 or $200. So that actually brings the cost down. And we're going to give you some points, some quality points, or we call them loyalty points that you can use for products. So that brings really the cost down another $100 or $200. And you got products, so you can sell that product back if you choose to and make back every single dollar that you spend. How cool is that? I'm done. All I need you to do now is get back with the person who invited you. Let them know, hey, I need to be a founding member. I'm ready to rock and roll. I cannot allow another opportunity to pass me by. And I don't want my grandkids saying, where were you? And you say you were sitting right there listening to Dr. Roz and you missed out on this opportunity. Listen, be blessed. Have a great day. We'll see you. We're going to be here every day, twice a day, making sure that you get this information and you don't miss out on this opportunity. Bye-bye for now.